Welcome everyone to Conscious Sales Training. Now, I developed this program out of my experience that when you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to sell. There are very, very few exceptions which I don't even want to think about. Entrepreneurship means you need to sell, and you need to sell it in a way that makes you feel not violating your dignity, that makes you feel excited about the opportunity and the possibility to sell, that makes you show up, not hide behind marketing and emails and smoke a lot of hopium that just putting the word out there will fill your practice, will make your business grow. No, sales is an action. And furthermore, sales is a state of being. I found out that the more you grow into being sales, and what that means is part of the conscious sales training, the less effort you need to put into action. You kind of experience in your outer reality what you are inside. If you are sales, then sales will show up on your external reality. It's the principle, the law of synchronicity. It's the law of attraction. It's what today is known as the quantum effect, and so on and so forth. So when we talk about selling, conscious selling, then for me it is the foundation to take responsibility for your potential, to take responsibility for your greatness, to take responsibility for not being one who is just, producing a lot of hot air and wearing yourself out in expectations, but rather stepping into the space where everything's happening between you and your prospect. Marketing is finding prospects. Sales is converting people who choose to listen to you into potential clients for your practice, potential customers to buy your product, whatever your business is. And if you're not knowing how to sell in the right way, that leaves you, as I mentioned, in integrity with your dignity, which makes you feel good. When you don't know how to do that, then what happens is you start manipulating, you start strategizing the conversation, you are contracted in your energy because you're insecure, you have a lot of expectations, you get disappointment, and all of that is really a mess. So I believe you here because somehow you feel this is not where you want to go or stay, and you feel that in sales there is so much potential for conscious relating to strangers, winning them as friends or at least as acquaintances, and then sales becomes something beautiful that you can execute anywhere, anytime in the world. Our mission statement of creative consciousness is to awaken essence and to support people to deliver on their greatness. And the purpose of the conscious sales training is right within that bigger, larger context of everything what creative consciousness is offering and doing. And if you go to page 7 in your workbook, there you see purpose of the conscious sales training: to provide a transformational space for the participant to learn the art of conscious sales, causing inspiration instead of repulsion, expressing yourself with passion instead of fear, opening the space for others to win, to feel possibility and to take action on fulfilling their greatness. A transformational space is more than just a webinar with information transmission. I'm not wasting your and my time to just transmit information. For me, the opportunity to have you here on the webinar live, or the others who are not joining tonight but will watch the recording, the process I'm engaging you in is designed by the principles of transformation, which means by your virtue of your participation, by the simple fact that you're choosing to pay attention, you are transforming your attitude about sales, you are transcending what's in the way, and you are crafting, honing, molding yourself into a competent salesperson that doesn't need a name badge. I'm a salesperson. You simply are sales. And you'll see how ecstatic that is. You can see it in the world, in all the great musicians, all the great artists, all the great politicians, all the great change makers in this world, the religious leaders. They're all in their own way inspiring to such a degree that it moves people to take action. And you want to move another to take action. You don't want to just inform them in a passionate way about what you have to offer. You want to engage with them such that in a non-manipulative way, in a non-forceful way, such that they are moved to take action. If they don't take action, what's the point of having them inspired in the first place? How many people have you inspired already in your life and wished that they take action and they didn't? Then you're either disappointed, or by nature of not knowing what to do and how things work, you may get a little bit pushy, a little bit forceful in your pursuit, which then leads to a bad experience because the other, in one way or the other, will reject you, will go into contraction and therefore into distance to you. So all of that you can expect will go out of the window. On the same page 7 in your workbook, you got the webinar dates that you already have also received in your emails. So today we are creating a new mindset, which is the foundation for everything what is to follow to land powerfully, so that not only your doing is developed, but that your being gets transformed into natural sales. In session 2, we're going to take a look at making and letting sales happen. The two powers what every human being has, the male and the female, the going out there and the receptivity, the playing the ball and stepping back and allowing the prospect to come to you. It's an inhale and an exhale. And that's very, very important to create a harmonious sales environment with people. Webinar number 3 will be strategic competence development. You'll see that everything what I have to share with you is based on a proven strategy. So this is not just new age jargon or woo-woo, or you have to simply believe that everything will automatically happen. No, that's all great, but what I share with you is a clear strategy that you can adopt to make it perfectly custom made for your situation, for your business, for your product. And by that strategy, you start relaxing because it gives you a formula to perform inside of. And that means you always know where you are with the conversation with a prospect, and you always know the next step. And that's superbly relieving. Yeah. Number 4, express versus impress. Very important session. It's about removing all the stuff that you think you need to bring into sales so that another is taking action on the opportunity. That means impressing the other with your appearance, with your voice, with your action, with what you have to say, with how you well prepared you are, and so on and so forth. Expression is very different from impression. And you'll learn all about that in session 4. Session 5 will be about transcending fear. Fear is the number one factor that sabotages your greatness. To the degree fears are running you, especially the unconscious ones, you're not able to show up, you're not able to discover who you really are, you're not able to be executing your greatness. In number 6, then we have the magic of flow. Flow is the indicator that you have grown competences within you that are internalized. Therefore, you don't need to think about it anymore. When you're in flow driving a car, you don't think about shifting gears and steering and indicator. You're just flowing. And that's where I want you to develop to, so that you're not needing to think any longer sales, but it's flowing naturally. Number 7 is be source and heart. So here we weed out the lost victim parts of you, being source 100%, and heart. That means you need to come from within, connected to your heart. If you're not selling with heart, you're not going to be fulfilled after the sales engagement, and you're not going to be as that successful. Why? Because if you have sold with heart, what happens is that the customers, the clients, will share with others about a great experience. And that brings you new prospects. And here you grow your business by the word of mouth effect. And that is one of the strongest still marketing tools in the world. And the last session then will be all about rock and sell. Rock and roll, rock and sell, to get the enthusiasm and the passion for a future into your cellular structure, so that when you complete the webinar, that you are out there rocking the world with your selling, rock and sell. So that is the overview of everything. And now it's time for you to take a look and personalize the opportunity of the conscious sales training.